Thanks, Joe. Well, Monday we started off talking about our 5 favorite Christmas movies. Yesterday we did songs. Today we're going to talk about our top 5 Christmas traditions in general, overall. Maybe you have some traditions, your favorite things about the holidays that you've been enjoying, and we are going to start with ours.
Yeah, so we'll take our graphic full here, and we'll call these Christmas things, Jess.
All right, Christmas things.
So, of course, for me, I mean, no surprise here.
Of course.
You know what number 5 is?
No, I don't. No, I don't. You said, of course, so I just figured I...
It occurs during winter.
Duh, I should have known that one.
So that's one of my favorite things about Christmas is it occurs in the season where we do get some wintry weather. Of course, I've been hoping for a white Christmas for a couple of years now. Looks like we might just get in on one, of course, with the snow that falls tomorrow. Definition of a white Christmas would be 1 inch of snow on the ground when we get to Christmas morning. Does it happen? I don't know, because we get 2 to 5 inches. It'll be cold enough for the snow not to melt, but it's going to be blowing and drifting around.
True, but the fact that the temperatures are going to fall so much, will that make everything just kind of eventually stick?
Right. I don't think there's going to be a lot of melting with this through the weekend. It's going to be an interesting one to watch, for sure, because, you know, there'll be the snow out there, and hopefully, of course, we wake up Sunday, and it looks like there's still some snow. A couple more things here. We'll knock out 2 in a row, just for time purposes.
No, you went first today.
Oh, it's okay.
No, take your time.
No, I don't need to go on and on and on. This one's self-explanatory. Driving to see some of the lights around the area. That includes, of course, the East Peoria Festival of Lights. A little busy out there this week, I'm sure, but that's always a fun thing to do. And then just Christmas desserts.
Okay, let's go back to Felipe for a second. So did you go last year?
Yeah, no.
Oh.
2 years ago.
2 years ago, okay.
Yeah.
I went last year, but I hadn't been in a couple of years.
There you go. See, it's kind of every other year. Last year I didn't go to the drive-through area because I was in the parade.
Oh, that's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
So 1 year was not, the next year was, so did the opposite each year.
Okay.
But it's cool to see all the floats in the parade and then how they put them all up in the park. So.
Oh yeah, and it takes a lot of time, a lot of volunteers.
Yeah.
And what's your favorite Christmas dessert?
It's got to be my mom's brownies, chocolate brownies with chocolate chips and some chocolate frosting on top. They're the best.
Ooh, okay.
They're the best.
Sounds pretty good.
No nuts in those brownies.
wasn't going to go there. I thought if you were going to bring it up.
Let's keep rolling forward here and show you a couple more things. My number 2, top 5. Number 2 of my top 5 favorite Christmas things. A little bit of a tongue twister there. It really is, Jess. I'm talking a lot today about the weather.
You have been talking a lot.
I need some tea. Putting up the Christmas lights. So this is a family tradition that goes back to my earliest days. The first house I grew up in, my dad went to the store, bought a couple of Christmas lights, bought a couple of figures, and now it's grown into a pretty big display. As he would say, we're not one of the heavyweights you would see on TV, but you've seen pictures of my house. I mean, it's pretty respectable.
I have, and you actually went home a couple weeks ago to help specifically for this.
Yes, I found a day in the schedule to slide out of town, and we spent 2 days out there, 2 12-hour days in the cold. I think, you know, normal people don't have like 75 extension cords, right, to hook things up. So if you think about that, there's, again, not going to be the biggest display you've ever seen, but maybe we'll show you a picture or something next week or something. It is pretty good. It's pretty good. So that's a tradition that's just gotten bigger and bigger over the year. And it's my dad and I. We yell at each other when we do it, and then we smile after. So it's a good tradition. And then number 1, of course, kind of ties in with that, just family time in general. This is the time that... whether it's on an iPad, whether it's in person, you know, the last couple of years have been kind of funny with the holidays and a lot of things going on, but you can't beat family time.
Yeah, that you certainly can't.
Jess's turn.
All right, number 5.
And we'll do that. I have to play forward on the clicker.
Oh, okay. Can you play
there
forward?
We go.
There we go. All right, my top 5. Number 5, I like the holiday markets. I like to go downtown, Daily Plaza, you know, every once in a while when I can go. Yeah, mostly Chicago. That's just the memories that I have. I think there's at least one market in Schaumburg.
Yeah,
but,
up north, though.
Yeah. But
got to travel to the holiday markets.
Well, that's true. The bigger holiday markets, I should say. We do have a few little small markets here. But,
there you go.
Yeah. And number 4, moving right along, of course, the decorations. I love to take time, put up all the decorations. I actually didn't do as much this year, but... yeah. I didn't do as much as
my number 4 thing is decorations, but I didn't put any up, so that's... That's
Well,
okay.
my husband kind of took the reign this year.
I bet you're going to have a lot of decorations next year with the new member of the family.
Yeah, I've actually been saying so we don't do lights outside,
Yeah.
but next year we probably should.
I know a guy that can help you with that.
I think I know someone too.
Yes. Let's go to number 3.
Moving right along to number 3, I would say baking cookies. My mom and I always did this year after year. The crescent cookie is my favorite. Very simple recipe, but it is a classic.
So the crescent cookie, is that like a lemon cookie?
No, it's pretty much just like butter, sugar, powdered sugar,
Okay.
vanilla.
Now it's ringing a bell.
It's a very basic cookie, and then you cover it in powdered sugar at the end.
But that's a big
It's
one
spot.
for you?
Yeah, oh yeah, definitely my favorite.
There you go.
But my second in my top 5 is my pajama tradition. So I have talked about this a lot before, actually, but we already did it this year. This is the earliest we've ever done it. But my cousins and I, my aunt and uncle, we all have matching pajamas. This year my cousin Mikey was involved, well, for the second year. And next year we'll have another edition. So
We will.
yeah, it'll be fun, but we've done this for probably the past at least maybe 15 years. So it's always a really fun thing. It used to be a Christmas morning thing before we split up and did our own thing, but now it's a whole day event.
There you go. Family time, right? That's what it's all about. You
That's
have a
what brings us
tradition-
to number 1.
You have a tradition that goes along with it, and
Yeah, that was my number 1 as well. I think it's just a very special time of year, and I think you appreciate it more being home for the holidays. My husband and I switch off which holidays we do, either here or up north.
Sure.
And I'm excited to go home this year for Christmas, especially because 2 years ago we did everything over Zoom. So we really haven't gathered like we usually have.
I was thinking about how could I not copy Jess with my number 1, but then I thought if I don't make family number 1, that's a problem, right?
I think
Right?
this one's okay that we have
That'd
the
be a
same
problem.
number
I had to
one.
make it family. So.
Yeah, that's okay. Anything else, maybe not so much. Well, we are celebrating some birthdays here in Central Illinois. Stick with us to find out who's blowing out the candles today.